I'm gonna depend on this video while I don't have you. I know. Say hello. So this whole year in LA has finally come to a close. I've had a pretty intense year filled with things that I've accomplished and things that I haven't accomplished, but I thought I'd share with you in this video what this past year has been like for me here in LA and some of the things that I did. I hope you enjoy. 2017 started off pretty well, but starting with LA, when I moved there in August, I had the opportunity to work with Time for their Female First project. It was a multimedia project involving the women leaders who are changing the world, and I was one of them. It was really cool to film with them and share my story to the Time audience and work with Bai. Experience Life magazine is a health and fitness magazine, which really goes along well with my message. I had the opportunity to be their November cover girl. It was my first cover and so fun to work with such great people and share my story. And one of the most exciting things is I got my first kitten. He's a Persian. His name is Kashmir, and he has just been the light of my life. So perfect. I had the opportunity to go on a cruise with You by Uniworld and race my first half marathon since I finished the expedition, which was just so fun. It was in Paris and the vibes were amazing. One thing I'd always wanted to do was start my own nonprofit, and I got to do that this year. It's really hard and it's so challenging to run a nonprofit. I'm still learning. I'm going through all the ups and downs and failures and triumphs through it all. It's a long process, but I'm really happy that I had the opportunity to set it all up and do it all on my own, and I'm starting to develop the board members, get everything going, and we're going to be officially launching in 2019. We're going to have a gala and it's going to be amazing, so keep an eye out for that. But the goal is to fund female-driven projects that address at least one of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. So we've been receiving applications, going through them all, and we've chosen a couple girls already, so yeah, we're excited to announce that next year. One of the things last year that I'm most proud of is being recognized in the National Women's History Museum for being the first woman on record to travel to every country in the world. It just really proved that all the hard work that I put into this and all the barriers I had to get through, all the challenges and triumphs, this really was proof that I had actually succeeded and achieved my goals. So I'm really grateful to be in the museum. After high demand, I launched my first workshop in Los Angeles, which ended up being a success, and everyone seemed to love it and learn a lot from it. It was my first and only workshop, and also unfortunately my last as well, but it was a great experience. Also flew on a private jet for the first time on a partnership with JetSmarter, which was super fun. And I traveled to Tulum for the first time with Kashmir, which was obviously amazing. The best part about training while traveling is you do have an excuse to stop and see the sights. Hey guys, okay, so I'm sitting in my car right now with the heat on, which is probably a bad idea. I have my wetsuit half on and it's 47 degrees out. The water temperature actually feels about the same. Hopefully it'll feel a little bit warmer because it's colder out, the air temperature. I'm kind of worried about the bike because I don't have, my tri-suit is just totally, like, I'm not wearing any long sleeve anything. So it's probably gonna be a little chilly coming off the bike until I start warming up. But I probably shouldn't be sitting in the car like this, but I just gotta do it because it is freezing outside, and once I get swimming it'll be okay, but that first initial is gonna be a little bit scary. But swimming's my strongest, biking and then running's the worst. So, but yeah, there's about 250 people here, and everyone's, you know, getting set up, getting ready to go. Since there's not a lot of people at this half Ironman, since it's a hit series, it actually isn't that nerve-wracking as it usually would be, like with all the hype and the music and everyone being like, you can feel the nervousness in the air. This isn't that sort of thing. It's very chill. People are just getting ready, but it's kind of a prep race, so a lot of these people are prepping for an Ironman, and this is kind of like their first race of the season. So yeah, so I'm hoping to beat my previous time. Last time I did my half Ironman, I did the HIT series, and I finished in 8 hours and 16 minutes. So I really got to get that down. I'm hoping I can at least be at, 7:30 maybe. So we'll see. Yeah. Unfortunately, due to overtraining, I experienced IT band syndrome, patellar tendonitis on the bike, which didn't allow me to even start the run. So I realized I needed physical therapy to fix that. It was fun regardless, but lesson learned. Yay, Shannon! I was registered to race Ironman Boulder for my first full, but due to the injuries, I wasn't able to. But I was able to watch my friend Shannon finish via their live stream, which was super inspiring. So I focused on rehab for the first time in my life, and I hired a physical therapist, and I just rolled out. I did stretch, I did all these exercises that I'd never done, which is probably why I experienced the injury in the first place. I feel a lot stronger now thanks to these rehab exercises, but I tried to educate my audience on what I was doing as well in case they were experiencing the same sort of IT band or patellar issues. Janelle, smile. Oh my god, it looks like you have a wiener. Did someone say wiener? I'm like, wait, it actually does.
I'm like the child of the group.
My best friend Janelle and I see each other about once a year. So this is really fun to travel around Santa Rosa with Visit Santa Rosa and have all these awesome experiences together. I wrote and published my first book with Lioncrest Publishing, and it was through high demand, and it was the most nerve-wracking and anxious thing I'd ever done. Very difficult, but I finally got it out, and it launched on July 30th, 2018. My partner in crime, my boyfriend, my husband, my son, everyone. He's my number one, that's for sure. So he has a big modeling gig where he's getting a bunch of cat treats, so he's got to make that on time, so I'm going to pass him off for that. Years later, and I still have. I wore this naked for 21 days, and I used this quite a bit, so naked and afraid. So long, LA. I'm happy to be moving on, but here we go. It's the next chapter. Good or bad, I don't know.